LOE, and welcome to lesson 21 of part 3 of Let's Learn Lead Guitar. So what we're doing here is we are going and we are applying everything we've learned, all the all the note patterns, pentatonic patterns that we've learned, and applying them to different chord progressions. A couple days ago we did blues chord progressions. Yesterday we did major chord progressions, and today it's minor chord progressions. So have a look at this. We'll go easy this time. Here's the first progression that we learned, the first pattern that we learned. It's basically this here, and the pink stuff is what is known as extensions. So it's where you can slide up and down from this main pattern right here. And then we call that pattern 1. And then we learned pattern 4, which is this one right here. You see, it's similar, but it goes across 4 frets, but it's the configuration of the notes on the fretboard is a little bit different. And then we learned pattern 5. Oh, and don't forget the screen cap. Pattern 5 right here. Again, 4 frets, little slightly different pattern there. Then we learned pattern, let me get this right, 2. There's pattern 2. And then pattern 3. And so that's 5 patterns altogether. And when you put them together, it looks a bit like, well, you know, let me see if I can find that foy, as I like to say, right now. Well, what the important thing to know is that they all overlap upon each other, and they create one large linking pattern that you can play across the entire fretboard. And you know, it would be really nice if I had that handy, but for some reason, well, I think, yeah, this is it right here. So I wrote it on the back of this other paper. So look at that. So these are all the patterns and how they sort of link up and overlap a little bit. And this is straight all the way up the guitar fretboard. All the way up here, all the way down here. So, screen cap for reference. Now, remember, if you would like me to link a downloadable file that you can print, or you can view, or you can slice into, strips to make bracelets, with those linking bracelets, that you used to make when we were a kid, let me know, and I'll put the link in there. And while you're in the comments, just write that in the comments, and while you're in the comments, don't hesitate at all to like this video, put a little heart on it, put a little thumb on it, subscribe to this channel so you won't miss an episode, because you don't want to miss a single tutorial, because otherwise you'll be left in the dark. Well, not literally, but you won't experience any FOMO. Subscribe, share it like a Japanese business card. And yeah, share it with your friends and family who would also like to become masters of lead guitar. 6-string samurai. Gods and goddesses in the pantheon of axe-wielding shredders. That's what we're all becoming together. So that is the case, and don't forget to do that if you need a little bit of visual support here. So what we're going to do is that we take each of these patterns, 1, 4, 5, 2, 3, and we play them against different chord progressions. And today we're going to do major chord progressions. And right here, get your screen cap ready, is where on the fretboard you begin for each of these patterns. So for instance, actually the blues and the minor key progressions are the same. They start at the same point, depending on which key the song is in. Now, don't get scared off by all of this theory. It's actually not that complicated, and everything's going to fall into place as we progress. We're on lesson 21. We've got a few more to go. I broke this lesson into 3 parts so that we could explore each chord progression, the blues, the minor chords, and the major chords. So today we're doing the minor chords. We did the major key chord progressions yesterday. And now we're going to do the minor key chord progressions. Now this is the backing track that I was playing. Oh, and I'm going to make the backing tracks available soon. So if you would like the opportunity to acquire these beautiful backing tracks, listen. Oh, so nice. That you can play along with and you can practice yourself in reference to this tutorial lesson sequence. Then let me know also in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share while you're down there. And oh yeah, and I noticed that I've gotten lots of views, lots of subscribers. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to give a shout out to my new subscribers before we get into the meat here. Just real quick, I really appreciate it. First of all, I got to give a shout out to my brother. He posted it on his Facebook page. And then my homegirl Trisha Q saw it on his page and then reposted it to my high school Facebook page. How apropos. And so thank you two for that. And then the newest subscribers are J Squared. So his he doesn't have any videos, but he's J Squared 1595. Sanjib Basnet, who is Banset at BANSETIPU. And Larry Robinson. Larry Robinson has one video of him playing guitar about a decade ago, and he is at Larry Robinson, so give those guys a look. But regardless, thank you all for subscribing, and so you won't miss a single video. But let's get into it, huh? Okay, so we're going to play this. I'm not going to show you how to, in detail, create these chord shapes because they're pretty simple. You can look them up anywhere. But if you would like me to hold your hand and walk you through it, don't hesitate to make a comment below as well, and like and subscribe and share while you're at it. So this progression is in the key of A, and it's A minor. It's the first chord. Then D minor. Then the E7. So it's just that. And then, so, for pattern 1 that you just screen capped, this pattern right here, to play over this chord progression, this major chord progression, or it's a minor key chord progression, excuse me, we begin on the 5th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th fret. Or the 17th fret, because right down here, the 12th fret, the one with the 2 dots, generally speaking, is where all the notes begin. All the notes on the fretboard begin again. So this is E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. So you see that? So this note is the same as this, but this one is an octave higher. So like if I were to play a D sharp, you can tell it's different, but this is the same note. Anyhow, so we can begin with the pattern 1 on the 5th fret over this A minor key chord progression, or the 17th, because it starts over. So like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, this is the same note as this one down here, and this is the 17th fret. Okay, so let's see how this sounds. 5th fret, pattern 1. as well. Same pattern, but just way up here. So that's super fun, huh? And don't forget to do the alternate picking. That means like every time you strike the note, you're going up, and then the next one's down, then up, and the next one's down. Okay? Now we're going to move on to key chord, note pattern number 2, and this begins in the minor A on the 8th fret. So that's right here. Idioms or cliches that we've learned, like the hammer and the bend. And remember, facial expressions are really important. You gotta channel Stevie Ray Vaughan. Now pattern 2. So there's no, doesn't start up here. You don't get up to the 8th fret over here. So that's just 8. 1, 2. I suppose you could technically start right here, but there's not much to work with there, you know? So pattern 3 begins on the 10th fret, right here. Pattern 4, let's move on. In A, begins on the 12th fret. Ooh la la. Now we could do it with the open as well, but let's just try it at the 12th. Because this is the same note as this note. And we're just improvising. Picking any notes that are in that array, that pattern, and playing them. Trying to be melodic about it. Okay, let's try it down below here. We're going to pretend that the open chord is the 12th fret. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit tricky, but let's try it. Cool, now let's go on the pattern 5, which starts on the 3rd and the 16th, 15th. These are the same notes. So fun, so fun. Okay, now let's move on to a different chord progression, okay? These are all minor key chord progressions. And this one is going to be I think in D, okay? Because the chords here are D minor, C, B flat, D minor, C, B flat, A. We can play the whole thing differently too. We could go like, for instance, D minor, C, using it as bar chords, B flat, which could also be up here, A. Anyway, so I believe that this is going to be in D, and that would mean that we begin on the 10th fret. Let's see if indeed I am correct. Indeed, get it? So we're starting on the 10th fret with pattern 1. Sounds right, doesn't it? Because we're learning this together. We're all supporting each other. We're like one big team, one big family of guitar geeks. Gods of it. And then pattern 2 in D starts on the 1st and the 13th frets. Let's bring it up to the 13th and see how that sounds. I'm not used to holding the guitar in this way. Pattern 3, the key of D, starts on the 3rd and the 15th fret, you know, because this is the same note as this. Start on the 3rd. Oh, and we can play it on the 15th as well, so let's go up here and try it. Okay, let's pattern 4 in D begins on the 5th and the 17th. Oops, sorry about that. You gotta bear with me because I'm learning this too. And what did I say? Pattern 4 on D, and we can also play it on the 17th. Ooh la la. on the 8th. Cool. So fun. Are you having a good time yet? This is just so great every time. I have such a blast learning lead guitar lessons. So, and teaching. And here we have a next progression, and it's in A minor and F. So that'll be pretty simple. A minor and F, which would be... Remember, if you need any of these, I need to show you exactly how to finger all of these chords. Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. It really helps the channel. Okay, and I think this is probably an A as well. So pattern 1 in A begins on the 5th fret. Let's see if that's right. What do you think? Or should it start the 1st? No, that sounds a little bit weird, so it's got to be the 5th. And the 17th. Pattern 2 in A begins on the 8th fret. Ooh, what was that? Pattern 3 begins on the 10th fret. Oh, excuse me for let's start that over. I got lost on that. Pattern 4 begins on the 12th fret and also the open. Let's try it open, huh? Pattern 5 begins on the 3rd and the 15th. Up to the 15th. So fun, huh? Now, for our last chord progression, this is a crazy one. This is E minor, B minor 7, and C minor. Let's see if there's anything else hidden in this progression here. Oh yeah, so this is C major 7, A minor 7, E minor 7, B minor 7, C major 7, A major minor 7. This one is complex, huh? But don't get scared. Don't get scared. Don't let me scare you off. E minor 7. E minor 7. Then B minor 7. C major 7. Don't know that one. And then A minor 7. Anyway, let's listen to what it sounds like. So I'm going to presume that this is in the key of E. Let's see if this sounds right. And so in the key of E, in a minor progression, you begin pattern 1 at the 12th fret, see, which would be open as well. Sounds right? Let's play it open down here. Okay, pattern 2 in E begins on the 3rd fret. Also go up to the 15th. I'm doubting this a little bit. Let's see if it sounds better somewhere else. So let's try it in D. Let's try, which would be the 7th fret for the first pattern. I don't think that's it. Could it be C? That would start on the 8th fret for the first pattern. That's definitely not it. So I do think it is E, which begins on the 12th fret. Yeah, that sounds the best. The last possibility is that it's an A, but I really don't think so. So that'd be the first pattern on the 5th fret. So it's an E. So pattern 2 for E begins on the 3rd and 15th fret. pattern 3 begins on the 5th and 17th fret. Should we go up to the 15th for pattern 3? No, it's the 17th, excuse me. Pattern 4, in the key of E minor, a minor key chord progression, begins on the 7th fret. Sounds a little bit weird, but I think it's correct. And pattern 5 in E begins on the 10th. So let's end it up nicely here. So, that's it. Oops. So we got through it. We got through all 3 note patterns in blues scale and major key chord progression and minor key chord progression. So that's sweet. And so then we're going to move on to the next section, to the next realm, to the next era, to the next episode tomorrow. So, thanks everyone for joining. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. Comment. Bisous.